I'm Jeff.
And I'm Donna. We are sailing on summer wind. We are a couple that has always had an interest in sailing and have talked about someday retiring on a boat within the Great Lakes.
So with very little experience, we bought Summer Wind, a 1994 36-foot Catalina Mark 1.5, and decided to take you along with us to learn the ropes about sailing.
Join us on our adventures throughout the beautiful Great Lakes.
Enjoy the ride, and thank you for watching Sailing on Summer Wind. Welcome to the first episode of Sailing Summer Wind. We will be talking about the worst things boaters want to hear: end of season, winterization. I'm Jeff, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Hey everybody, here we are with Summer Wind, and she's all buttoned up for winter, and we're in the yard that she's going to be sitting for the next 3 months. And you know, those of you that don't really understand, you know, these boats these size typically don't have trailers or anything like that, so they have to be hoisted out of the water. And as you can see behind me here, that's the typical hoist at this yard anyway. And you know, cradles your boat, pulls it out of the water, and puts it in its proper place, and puts jack stands on, as you can see there with all these boats around here. Every one of them has jack stands. Some of them have cradles that they have that are made special for the boat, I guess. But lots of people use jack stands. So there it'll sit for the rest of the year, or rest of the winter, and come springtime we'll put it on the hoist and get it back in the water. So we had to winterize this year professionally, and obviously shrink wrapped and everything, and just to get peace of mind. But so we'll get up in the boat and show you what we have to do on a monthly basis just to maintain it. And we're also going to kind of go through what it costs, you know, to do the winterization, you know, just so that nobody gets kind of like sticker shock on how much it costs to actually winterize the boat. Now this is what I paid, you know. I'm in a, you know, it's a pretty nice marina where I'm at, and the people are really good, and so I mean, I'm sure there's different prices all over the place. I have not priced it out. We bought the boat a month before the season ended, so I really didn't have a lot of time. My broker's from this marina, so we just basically used what he recommended, obviously, and I'm sure there's cheaper, I'm sure there's more expensive. So so that's what we did this year. Next year we might look somewhere else, who knows. But anyway, that's what we got. So let's get up in the boat and we'll go over what we got to do on a monthly basis throughout the winter. So here we are on Summer Wind, all buttoned up for winter. We have the shrink wrap on it. Everything is good to go. We had to professionally winterize the engine and the water system this year just to kind of give myself peace of mind. I will do it myself next year. It didn't seem like that big a deal. And there's tons of YouTube videos out there to help you through those kinds of things nowadays. And hopefully maybe my videos will help people in the future. So, but for the most part, I'm just coming out here, checking on the boat, making sure that the shrink wrap isn't ripped or anything like that. We have a door put on the shrink wrap so you can just unzip it, come in it, and check it out. And so the mast on this boat we did not take down. Now, not everybody does that. Lots of people with sailboats, they take the mast down for the winter. They shrink wrap it and it's all buttoned down nice and tight for the winter. But a lot of people leave their masts up. So we're leaving ours up, and we are, and so what happens with that is you put the shrink wrap around it, but there's still water can access through the mass and go down into the bilge. And when that happens, you get water in there, and it could freeze and possibly cause damage to your bilge pump, or I don't know if it would really do anything to the hull, but you know, for the most part, you know, I don't think you want it freezing down in there, right? So so I was told that I need to come out here every month and make sure that there's not a lot of water down in there. So we're gonna go down in there and check that out, and also check the batteries, because the batteries are in the boat. I did not pull them out. They're very big batteries, very heavy batteries, and not the easiest things to take out of this boat. So so I left them in, and I was told that you just got to come down here and make sure that they're, you know, I was told that if they were fully charged, you wouldn't really have a problem, but I'm going to check them every month, and if I need to put a charge on them to get them fully charged, I have a feeling I'm going to have to charge them every month. So, but you know, I'm going to do that, and that's just going to be my routine throughout the winter. Every month I'll come out here and do my thing. So we'll go down below and we'll okay, first things first. We're down in the cabin of the boat and put a charger on the batteries, and it looks like they're not fully charged. So we're going through the motions of putting the charger on them, and there's 2 batteries down there, as you can see there. Good sized batteries. Not really recommended to take them out of the boat. So we're charging them up right now, as you can see here. Got this little charger here that's doing its thing, baking those batteries, making them fully charged. So looks like I'm gonna have to come out here every month and just make sure that I have a good charge on the batteries. You don't want them to get too low, because I guess it damages them. It's what I've heard and what I've read so far. So I am going to, right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm going to come out here once a month and just make sure that I got a full charge on these things. And you know, just like a car battery, right? You don't want it to sit through the winter without putting a trickle charge on it or something. So so I am doing that right now, and then I'll show you the bilge pump here in a minute. So here's the bilge pump. It's as you can see, it's got pink water in there, and that's the antifreeze. And so I dumped antifreeze in there, like I mentioned, and it looks to me like there's a lot more volume of water down in there than when I left here the last time. So I'm assuming that there's probably a ratio of water in with the antifreeze. Now, like I mentioned, my mass is still up, so obviously water accumulates on the mass, or hits it and then drops down the mass. Probably ice accumulates and melts and works its way down the mass and gets into the bilge like it's supposed to. Okay, and then the bilge pump, obviously when batteries are on and everything like that, it'll pump it out. No batteries are connected, so it's not going to pump it out. And you don't want your batteries to drain because of this situation, right? So as of right now, I have red pop down in there, and it's which is the environmental antifreeze. I call it red pop, so don't get confused there that it's not real red pop. But anyway, so I got it down in there, and now the goal is to check this with this antifreeze tester. And you can buy this at any hardware store. It's $5, $4, $5, something like that. And then, as you can see here, it's basically indicating that the water can freeze. You see that indicator there that says freeze point, And the Fahrenheit, like 30 degrees Fahrenheit is where a freeze point of water is, and 0 degrees Celsius is where a freeze point of water is. So as of right now, us in America using Fahrenheit, you know, basically that water can freeze, and we get 30 degrees weather all the time here. So so we are going to pump that water out of there, go buy some more red pop and make it 100% concentrated red pop, and I'll do the test again, and you'll see that my freeze point will be up around probably 30 below 0 Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna go do that and get back. So I went to the store, picked up some red pop, pumped out the water that was down in the bilge, as you can see here. I pretty much cleaned it up. I mean, there's a little bit of water down, residual water down in there, but so I popped this thing open and tested it with the tester here, as you can see here. So as you can see, this tester works perfectly fine on this red pop, and it's indicating that I can go down to 45 below 0 Fahrenheit, and that is plenty good enough for Michigan winter. So so I'm going to dump this down in there, and if I have to do this on a monthly basis, that's what I'll do to try to keep the bilge from freezing throughout the winter. So it's a good indication. This is exactly where I was at the beginning of the winter season. I put some in there, and it read exactly the same way. So I'm going to have to do this on a monthly basis, it looks like, because water does get down in that bilge pump, and I'm going to have to pump it out monthly and put more red pop in. As I mentioned to you earlier, I was going to share the cost that it took to winterize Summer Wind. The expenses shown are what I paid this year with very little research. With experience and understanding Summer Wind better, I believe I can reduce these costs significantly in the future.
We hope the information in this video helps with the winterization of your boat. If you liked it, please hit like and subscribe. Hope to see you soon sailing the Great Lakes.